Welcome to J.K. Michael's Knowledge Series. This is the Career Improvement Series. Today we will focus on how to get promoted in the workplace. Now our topic will center on how to manage your reputation in the workplace. Let's discuss. The Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines reputation as number 1, overall character or quality as seen or judged by people in general. Number 2, recognition by other people of some characteristic or ability. The human reputation is much more difficult to manage or control because it is to an extent determined by other people, especially as it is based on other people's perception and judgment. However, there are things that we can do to determine, manage, or at least influence how we are perceived in the workplace. This is an important skill for any professional. The moment a professional loses control over how they are perceived, they are at the mercy of every advanced element in the work environment. It is important to build and maintain a good reputation that will serve your career well in the short term and in the long term. How do we go about building a strong reputation? The first step, of course, would be to take an assessment of your reputation in the workplace. Who are you in the workplace? Or rather, more precisely, how do people see you? This assessment is important to understand where you currently are in terms of your reputation, because for you to successfully go anywhere, you must first determine your current position relative to your destination. This assessment should be conducted informally with input from the people who work with you. Interestingly, we often are not viewed by others in the same way that we view ourselves. For instance, we may consider ourselves to be spontaneous, while other people might just consider us to be disorganized. We may see ourselves as firm and assertive, while others may consider us to be aggressive or dictatorial. It is important to understand this possible distinction and work to establish the truth as we work to uncover ourselves to ourselves. In most situations, you may not need to be direct about these questions, as people may be inclined to tell you what they think you want to hear. If we need to request this information directly from our supervisors and co-workers, then we could say that we are working on some improvements, and it is very important that we learn and understand how we are seen or perceived. We could also use the indirect route by noting how people react to us. Do people avoid socializing with us or working with us? Do people just move away when we start conversations? You could also pay attention to comments about us that people attribute to a third party, or observe some honest feedback that we may have received from our supervisors or colleagues. And here's the thing, perception is reality, and so also is the reputation. There's no shrugging it away as unreal and only existing in the minds of people, because these perceptions are real to the people who perceive them. However, there should be a balance between understanding that people's perception is not your identity and it can be changed for the better. It is difficult to shift impressions, but with intentional consistency, this can be done. After taking stock of people's perception using our assessment techniques, don't be discouraged no matter how bad. This is the time to trust yourself that you can turn around any situation. Confidence is important because it shines through and can be easily noticed, and also can form a part of your perception and appeal. Understand the situation under which the ill reputation was formed. What was the situation and who were the people involved? For example, if I spend so much time on social media and consequently I fail to deliver on key tasks, the situation would be using up my work time to check my social media feed, and the person involved would be the supervisor who experienced the negative impact of my failure to deliver on time. How did he feel about it? And if I had to do it over, what can I do differently? Next, you want to determine what values you want to be known for. If you've always been sloppy and unpunctual to every event, you might want to be known for your effective time management skills. If you've established a reputation as a rambler, you might want to cultivate a new reputation as a listener. Reinventing yourself or cultivating a new reputation doesn't always have to be a remedial task, that is, from bad to good. It could also be from good to better, or from good to yet another level of good. Let me give you a few examples. So you might want to develop a reputation as a doer rather than just a great communicator, or as strategic rather than just tactical, or as a manager rather than just a supervisor, or as a leader rather than a dutiful follower. Establish the values you want to be known for. Next thing to do would be to change the behavior, not the reputation now, but just the behavior. By deciding that you will behave according to your chosen values rather than whimsically, you are laying the foundation for the development of a good reputation. Identify the situation, like spending a lot of time on social media, and the people involved, like the supervisor, and start making the decision to react differently in the same situation. The great thing about this situational awareness is that it will help you to understand the triggers, the situational elements, and entities involved or impacted by that behavior. This will in turn allow a more surgical approach to dealing with the situation. Assuming that an individual comes off as loud and mouthy every time political discussions are made, assuming that political discussions provokes or triggers that person's emotions, it will be good to identify the trigger and work on avoiding or diffusing the trigger situation deliberately. Situational awareness will also allow us to further note the occurrence of the situation and give us the opportunity to demonstrate that we have indeed changed by being able to respond positively to situations where political hot buttons may have been pushed. This should be done early, often, and consistently to enable the people involved to see and witness the change in behavior. One fantastic thing we can do is to ensure that the demonstrated change works its effects quickly would be to get our friends that may know that we have decided to change our behavior to help in spreading the word that we have transformed our behavior. Change in the reputation will take some time, so you should be patient. Allow time to work its course while focusing on demonstrating with consistency the very values that you have chosen or committed yourself to. Continue to display good and positive behavior. Learn how to disagree constructively. Learn how to assert yourself respectfully. Don't knock other people's ideas, rather present your ideas as if you were building on the other person's idea. Display positive values such as leadership by exhibiting behavioral traits such as taking initiative. Learn how to use words that reinforce your new values. Words like efficient, words like punctual, words like responsible. Words send a message to your consciousness that there is a new you that the world needs to get used to. With consistency and focus, they will eventually get used to this positive new you. To summarize, reputation can be defined as: number one, overall quality and character as seen or judged by people in general, and number two, recognition by other people of some characteristic or ability. When established, it can be challenging to change, but change is possible. A few ways that you can change your reputation or other people's perception about you will include: number one, conduct an assessment of your current reputation or how people perceive you. Number two, don't be discouraged by what you observe. Number three, understand the situation, events and people involved in the development of your current reputation. Number four, determine what values you would rather be known for. Number five, change your behavior. Number six, demonstrate the change. Number seven, allow time to do its work. Number eight, continue to display good and positive behaviors. Number nine, use words to reinforce the changes in your behavior. For more information on getting promoted in the workplace, please check out our website at www.jkmichaelspm.com. We have an endless stream of trainings, courses, and materials to enhance your development. If you haven't subscribed yet to our videos, please like and subscribe by hitting the red button with the subscribed on it down below. Now for my question: what do you think we should care about what people think about us, or are their thoughts entirely their business? Also give us reasons for your answer. Please enter your response in the comment section. We will go through your comments and respond or offer feedback as required. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.